Hi everyone, this is Jennifer Thomas, your instructor for this course. I've prepared a short tutorial regarding academic writing skills in APA. Working in both staff development and academia, I firmly believe that baccalaureate-prepared nurses should be able to conduct at least entry-level research and formulate a document that professionally outlines the research. This is one way that nurses are able to promote positive change and bring evidence-based practices to their respective units. To guide you through this tutorial, I've uploaded the document labeled APA Guidance. You can find this document in the same announcement you pulled up this tutorial in. Please note that the information in the document can be found in the Writing Lab located in the Student Success Center. I added further resources to the document to help students as much as possible when it comes to the writing process. The first area we're going to explore is the comments section. Please note that this is the way I provide feedback in all of my written assignments. If you do not see comments on the right side of your document, just go to the Review tab and make sure Show Comments is highlighted. Again, this is the way that I provide feedback in all of the papers and all of the documents that students hand in, so it's important to know how to make sure that you can see the documents. The next area I'm going to point out is right over here. This is the running head. Now the running head is formatted differently on the title page than it is on the other pages of your assignment. If you notice here, you'll see running head, the label, with the R capitalized and the H not capitalized. However, if you go on to the subsequent pages, you'll see that the label is not listed, only the title of the assignment. If you're not sure how to format the running head in this way, you can go to this YouTube video that I placed in the comment section, and it will go step by step on how to format your running head as well as your page numbers. The next area I want to take you to is the title page. On the title page, you should have 4 lines. You should have the title of your assignment, the author's name, which is your name. You should have Grand Canyon University and the course listed right after it, as well as the date. Now note that APA does not require date on the assignments, however Grand Canyon University does, so be sure that the date is listed. All of this material right here should be centered on the page both vertically and horizontally. Moving forward, we're going to go to the first page of the assignment. Now every essay that you write should begin with an introduction, followed by the content section and then the conclusion. But right before you write your introduction, you should write the title of your assignment again. Yes, the title of the assignment should be written here. It should not be in bold lettering and it should not be underlined. It should just simply be written. And then you could begin writing your introduction. The introduction is meant to give the reader a brief peek into the material being presented. It contains a purpose or thesis statement as well. In this particular introduction, the purpose statement is located in the second sentence of this paragraph. However, many times you'll find the purpose statement located at the very end. This is usually where you'll find it. The purpose statement is meant to identify what you, as the author, are proposing, arguing, and/or supporting in your document. One way to write it is, the purpose of this paper is to, and then list your objectives for the paper. The next section is your content section. Right here I'd like to point out the header. Now the header should reflect somewhat what your objectives in your purpose statements are. So your purpose statement is a good place to reference when you're trying to create your headings. Now your headings should be centered and it should be in bold lettering. It should also be properly capitalized. You can also place subheadings in your paper as well. Subheadings are not normally used, but if you find it appropriate for your paper, you can. To learn when and how to use subheadings, just read the material here. It'll give you an idea of when and how to use them. Please note that you can only use subheadings under a main heading. The subheadings should be left aligned and in bold lettering as well. Moving forward, we're going to talk about the conclusion. Now again, every essay that you write should start with an introduction, followed by the content section, and then a conclusion. The conclusion is meant to recap your argument or your proposal and to provide the reader with a strong closing thought to think about. Be sure that your conclusion is listed and it's easily identifiable. You can even put a header here saying conclusion if needed. The last section we're going to talk about is the references. Let's start by looking at how references is headed. References should be centered on the page, it should not be in bold lettering, and it should not be underlined. It should just be simply written and centered. All of your references should be in alphabetical order. It should not be listed based on how you listed them or the numbering you listed them in your assignment. In addition to this, you can only list sources on your reference page that you cited in your paper. So if you didn't cite a source in your paper, you cannot list it on your reference page. If you need assistance on how to format your references and citations, please look at your APA guides. One of the guides that I like to point all of my students to is the Purdue OWL website. If you do a Bing or a Google search for Purdue OWL APA, it'll come up and you can simply click. Okay, I apologize, my internet stopped working for a moment. So if you do a Purdue OWL APA search in either Bing or Google, it should pop up right in your search. You're just going to go ahead and click on that, and this is a great guide for your APA. What you'll find here is just some general APA guidelines, but if you look down on this menu on the left-hand side, you'll find great information to help you with your in-text citations and your referencing. Let's take a look at your in-text citations. If you look at the guide for in-text citations by author or authors, it will teach you and guide you on your in-text citations for however many authors you have, or if there's an organization or other type of author rather than a person. And so this is a great guide to refer to. You can also refer to the reference list. Now, many times, electronic sources are where you're going to get the information that you need for your research papers. So I would suggest going over to the electronic sources and finding what type of electronic source you used. Was it an online periodical, or maybe it was a newspaper article or electronic book? And this will guide you on exactly how you're supposed to format it. So again, definitely use this as a guide. I utilized the Purdue OWL website through my undergrad and my graduate program, and it was my APA Bible. If you have any further questions at all regarding APA or academic writing, you're more than welcome to contact me via the individual form, and I'll provide as much guidance as I can. Otherwise, I look forward to reading your scholarly work and hope that you guys have a great week. Thank you.